Okay, you are free.
In the boss, you are where you are.
Jagaban is passing.
And the Jagaban be that. Only the boss, you know. In the boss, you know. Ah, in the Loa, in the motor Loa, in the motor Loa. What the Loa, what the Loa? What the Loa? What the Loa? Jagabanu! Go there! Jagabanu! Go there! Go there, go there, go there, go there! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Go, go! Go, 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 go! 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 Chop up, 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 chop up. Chop up, chop up. What's it? Don't kill it.
Agitating my mind, which I would like you to talk about. Yesterday we saw a video of a very long convoy of Mr. President, and we know that's one of the things you usually preach against. I don't know how you felt when you saw that video. I don't know if you have seen it, sir.
I wasn't opportune to see the video.
It consisted of 124 cars.
I wasn't opportune to see it. You are just telling me. But let me tell you what I've always said. The present Nigeria requires that all those who serve and lead must do so by example. The behavior and their public conduct must be a consonance with what the society requires today. We cannot continue to preach for the people to sacrifice without sacrificing. We must not, the sacrifice must not start from the leaders. Visibly, measurably, on all sides. Because the people are suffering. And we must now be at the forefront of the suffering. When I came to office, my first 4 trips to Abuja, I traveled with over 30 people. I'm the only person invited to Abuja. I pay for 30 people who have no reason to be in Abuja. They consider their problem to the traveling public. They follow me to Abuja. I'm the one who is going to go to meeting. Because they idle at their hotel, they eat more. So I have a lot of bills to pay. In the end, every trip was costing me over 10 million. One trip. And there are times I do this 4 or 5 times in a month. After about the 3rd or 4th trip, I sat down and said, I want you to write name of everybody from me and tell me why and what is the purpose of this person going to be in Abuja. What do they do? When they finish, I found out the only person that needs to go to Abuja is me. So I said to them, leave it, because some of you must have heard Peter Obi travels alone. No, because other people, I don't need them in Abuja. I give you an example. If I had taken police from Waka to Abuja, there might be about 12, 15 security men. And then each time I go, let me use today's pricing. One ticket one way is about 30,000. Coming back is 30,000. I found out that I can talk to the IG there. I said, no, bro, when I'm in Abuja, give me 3 policemen. The other person, give me 2. When I'm going, I give them 5,000, which is not the ticket of. Tell me what a governor in Nigeria needs a dispatch rider for. What for? If I tell you how we stop fuel, we used to have a fuel dump when I was governor. Fuel dump. It was costing us almost 30 million a month. I said, what is it? They say, hey. I said, shut it down. I found out that my convoy in the first 2 weeks, because it was about 22 vehicles, was costing us about 300,000 to buy fuel. Of course, you know what happens to half of it. So I said, okay, you know what we are going to do? Bring down the convoy. People in Anambra here, yeah, I don't use that. I asked them, carry this thing and go. Pack it. My convoy is 5 vehicles. And you cannot buy fuel unless I'm inside the car. So I will pay them. No more.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. As you all know, while Bola Tinubu has been sworn in as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the end of the election is not yet over until the Supreme Court rule. This is because the election that brought Bola Tinubu to power is being disputed, most especially by Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who believes strongly that he was the rightful winner of that election. It is now left for the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal first to determine what happened on February 25, 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. In this video, I want to look at a very important issue that was raised recently about the convoy, 110 cars convoy of Bola Tinubu, the President of Nigeria. Now, this has thrown up a lot of questions about accountability and sacrifice. Accountability and sacrifice. Now, this caught the attention of many when Babatunde Gbadamosi, a Nigerian politician, businessman, and a real estate developer, reacted to Tinubu's extensive convoy in Lagos, saying that he is sure Peter Obi will never hike the fuel price and still ride around a convoy of 110 cars. He shared this view with the public through his official Twitter handle. And this is what he said, which should be of interest to Nigerians. And then, of course, it had generated a lot of buzz on social media and elsewhere. He said, one thing you can be sure of is that Peter Obi will never hike the fuel price or charge you 1,000 naira for proof of ownership, for proof of vehicle ownership, and ask you to sacrifice, then start riding around in convoys of 110 cars. You can be sure that he will reduce the size of the presidential fleet and will likely not go abroad. I will likely not go abroad for medical treatment. Leadership by example is easy for a man who made his money through hard work. Those who stole their way to the top have no concept of the value of money. Hence, their obscenely lavish lifestyle. And I brought videos to show you, to explain that what this Gbadamosi is saying is the absolute truth. And you have seen Peter Obi giving you an idea of this when he was governor of a state. When he was governor of a state, Anambra State, you had an idea of how he was able to curtail the number of his convoy, how he was able to control the number of those who follows him to Abuja. And you can bet that Peter Obi will never go with a 110 cars convoy. He will not allow it. Forget about all the excuses people are making for Bola Ahmed Tinubu on why the convoy was as huge as it was. Peter Obi will not tolerate any excuse for that matter. Because Peter Obi believes in accountability. He believes in prudent management of public resources, which he exhibited when he was governor of Anambra State. You can see him in the video, how he was talking about the number of vehicles that used to be part of his convoy. Whether he's traveling outside the Anambra State, that's going to Abuja or whatnot. So he will never be part of this kind of profligacy that you found in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. He will not allow it. Not with the current price of fuel. And you can see that most of the vehicles there were SUVs. And you know how much SUVs consume fuel right now. Peter Obi will not be part of it. But Amosi was right. He is absolutely right. And you heard it to yourself. You had a part of it from Peter Obi himself. You saw what he said when the journalists interviewed him. What he had to say about the convoy. He told you his stand. That the present state of Nigeria, those who lead must lead by example. Those who lead must lead by example. You cannot tell Nigerians to tighten their belt, but your own, you have loosened your own belt. You refuse to tighten it. You must not only be seen to be part of the sacrifice you are asking people to make. You must be the sacrifice yourself. But Amosi was right. A Peter Obi president will never do that. He will reduce the presidential fleet, you can be sure of that. Buhari talk about doing it, he never did it. But President Peter Obi will reduce the presidential fleet. I can tell you that for free. He will reduce it. And he will not go abroad for medical treatment. And you can see that, like Gbadamosi was saying, Peter Obi made his money through hard work. So he knows the value of money. Gbadamosi was right. That was one of the reasons when I tell people that for Peter Obi to be in court, paying millions of naira to senior advocates of Nigeria to pursue his case, Peter Obi knew that he has a chance to prove his case and that he can win he can through the court show that he won the election. Because Peter Obi is not one of those politicians who stole themselves to prosperity, if you like. People who, just because they serve in government, they are now today billionaires. So those people who corruptly enrich themselves, but I must say, they don't know the value of money. They don't value money. They can spend it anyhow. And many of them believe that they can buy anybody. But Peter Obi doesn't come from that school of thought. Peter Obi comes from the school of thought that for you to earn money, you must work hard for it. You must show proof how you made it. And if you happen to be in public office, you must treat public office, public resources, as if they were your own personal resources. Don't treat public office resources any different from your own personal resources. If your management of your own personal resources, you do it so prudently that you can account for every penny you spend, then when you are managing public finance, you must do the same thing. And Peter Obi had shown throughout his leadership as governor of Anambra State that is exactly what he would do. Even when he was chairman of the Exchange Commission, Nigerian Exchange Commission, he was so prudent that he didn't collect salary. It's on record. He did it pro bono. So he is somebody who believes in sacrifice for public good. He will never allow the price of fuel to get to this level and then tell people to sacrifice and then go about with multitude of convoys. You can see how he did it in Anambra State. That is what he would have done had he been the man in the saddle of leadership right now in Nigeria. Nigerians will know that a Daniel has come to judgment, because he will treat Nigeria's resources as his personal resources. And you can bet if Peter Obi is president, he will not go abroad for medical treatment. For Peter Obi to go abroad for medical treatment, surely it must be something that cannot be handled in Nigeria. And I can tell you for free, Peter Obi uses Nigeria's hospitals anytime he feels the need to take care of his body. I can tell you that for free, and I know he will not go abroad. Peter Obi is concerned about whatsoever that could be done to uplift the people. He has been a major donor to several hospitals in this country, Catholic hospitals, to make sure that they are well equipped and without making noise about it. Because he also knows that he can use it. That's the kind of president that Nigeria needs. He will never allow his convoy. And of course, that's why some people don't like him. But the majority of Nigerians love a person like that, Peter Obi, who can reduce cost of governance. Because he's not just reducing the cost of governance so that he put the extra change in his pocket. It is to spend it on Nigerian people, so that Nigerian people will know that indeed they have a government. So what moral basis does Tinubu and APC have to tell Nigerians to sacrifice when they are not ready to sacrifice? The other day, the Speaker of the House of Representatives employed 33 aides just for the Speaker. Only God knows the number of aides of the Senate President. But at least that of the Speaker, he listed the whole thing. And people are wondering why we have over-bloated public service. Nigeria don't have money, you are telling people to sacrifice, but the Speaker alone has 33 aides. to be paid with taxpayers' money. We're not talking about the Senate President, his aides, then the Deputy Senate President's aides, and then the Deputy Speaker's aides. I can tell you for free, Peter Obi will not encourage that. He would like smaller government so that there will be enough resources left to do some of the things that are for the interest of the public good. But that is not what we are having right now in Nigeria. We are having in Nigeria a leader who is mimicking Peter Obi, but he can't mimic Peter Obi well. Yes, I can tell you for free, Tinubu wants to do as if his own imagination, he wants to do things he believed that Peter Obi would have done if Peter Obi were the president. Because they know that the vast majority of Nigerians want this Peter Obi. They know it. It's a fact. That was why when they remove fuel subsidy, the first thing they tell you is that Peter Obi also, if you are complaining, they say, but Peter Obi said he will do the same thing, that he will remove it from day one. So Peter Obi is the standard they use in measuring their own administration. But they are not copying it well. Peter Obi would have removed subsidy, but he will put incentives in place to cushion the suffering that Nigerians are passing through right now. Now, the subsidy was removed by Tinubu without any remediations put around for Nigerians. It's all man to himself, the survival of the fittest. Nothing was done to ameliorate the suffering of ordinary Nigerians. Even as Bola Tinubu himself, in 2012, when Jonathan wanted to increase fuel price, Aswad said that was not the right time to do it. He put a lot of things, he wrote a piece published in newspapers, where Aswad was saying that first of all, you have to put the transport system in place, the refineries working, and so many other incentives he talked about, good transportation network and everything. But did he put something like that before he made his own announcement? He did not. So Peter Obi would have removed the fuel subsidy, no doubt. But he would have removed it in such a way that removing it will have a human face. And the last thing he would have done is to encourage 110 cars convoy, no matter what excuse. Some people say because Tinubu has never been in Lagos since, never been to Lagos since he won the election or since he was sworn in. That's not an excuse. In fact, Peter will give you a cogent excuse why you should not even have much convoy for him. So it is important that our leaders be held accountable so that they know that the country is passing through hell. Nigerians are passing through hell. The inflation rate in the country now is unprecedented. I'm among those who are waiting eagerly for the new inflation rate of Nigeria, what it will say with the present situation in the country, where you have the rate of inflation is about 22%. It's going to reach up to 30% or more in the next round of Nigerian Bureau of Statistics report, because of this fuel subsidy that was removed. And Nigerians are passing through hell to move around in their country and to be able to run their businesses. Because in a country like Nigeria, where power is nothing to write home about, small businesses depend on fuel to power their small-scale businesses, from the barbering salon to hairdressing salon to the tailor and everything else. Now, Nigerians are groaning, but to the leaders, it is even the time they begin to move to the idea of increasing their salaries and wages and emoluments by 114%. Such a sad situation. Peter Obi will never have allowed that. Make no mistake about it. He will never be part of that profligacy. He's a man who believes that public resources should be managed as effectively as people manage their personal resources. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button. Hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.